Hi, I'm Kristy Rose, sitting down with Xiuhtezcatl after his set here at Cali Roots Fest Day 3. Blessed to sit down with you. How are you feeling?
Feel great. I'm grateful to be here. This is my second year at Cali Roots, and it's been all love.
Yeah, you bring the hip-hop and the reggae and the world and the peaceful messages, the uniting messages. So you're like everything that this festival represents. Do you realize that?
Yeah, I appreciate that. I've definitely gotten that sense, reflecting from everybody in lots of different interviews, and yeah, it feels good.
Awesome. So let's talk about your music. You just had a single come out, Cell Phone, right?
Cell phone, baby.
Oh.
All streaming platforms. Check that out. We put that out, just a couple weeks ago, and kind of preluding to an EP that's going to be coming out, I think, in July, right in time for our shows in San Diego, Santa Ana, LA, Berkeley.
Hell yeah.
July 11th to the 14th. It's going to be a movie, so come check it out. Come kick it with us.
Absolutely. So, okay, you're on the road, you're here, you got new music coming out. You are a man of many talents, and yet, I'm sorry, I have to bring this up. How old are you?
19.
Really?
Yeah.
Dang. And you have a book. Do you sleep?
Not last night. We drove from LA up to here.
There you go.
Yeah, word. We played a show in LA last night at like a gala event, and then drove up like 6 hours. Got here at like 4:30 in the morning. My manager accidentally booked our hotel room for tonight rather than last night.
Oh, no.
So we had nowhere to stay. So we were like, fuck, sleep in the car. The artist hustle. It's good. We survived. And then we woke up 9 a.m. load in, sound check. Like, we did it. We're alive.
Yeah. You already performed earlier today. You're
It was
done.
a movie. The
Now
show
you're
was
gonna
real
have some-
fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're going to have some fun times for the rest of the night and maybe get some sleep. Oh, are you interviewing me now?
I don't know. How's it going? Can it hear both of us?
I think so.
Okay, cool.
Should we harmonize just in case? Yeah, no, I need to work on that. That's amazing. And you have this book. Let's talk about We Rise, the Earth Guardian's Guide to Building a Movement that Restores the Planet. You are very big on your activism, your environmentalism. Is this just a common interest for you and your band, or were you raised this way to change the planet and be so conscious of what's happening?
Right. Like the work around the environment and climate justice began before I started making music. And for me, I think just like it had its roots in how I was raised and my family, and my dad's from Mexico City. So just like that heritage, that indigenous heritage on my dad's side, those ideologies played such a significant role in like paving the way I saw the world. And then when I began to learn about stuff like our climate crisis, like the environmental destruction, it became all of a sudden very present in my reality that like this world that I was taught to like love and protect and understand like is 100%, and we have to change. Doing a really bad job, and young people specifically have to be at the forefront of like the changing of the story to go from like a crisis to what are we building, what is the solution, what are the change. So this book is a great example of like every single chapter we're breaking down different ways that climate change is connecting the world and affecting the world, and looking at what are the direct solutions, from our oceans to our agriculture and our food systems to the fossil fuel infrastructure to being an ally to different indigenous movements. So it's like it's pretty broad, and I think it's the whole lens is climate change and the whole focus is solutions.
Oh my gosh. So when I was 19, I could barely write in a diary. So props, first of all. Were you like president of your environmental club or anything?
I dropped out of school sophomore year.
To do this?
To tour, to play shows, to speak. I'm speaking at the United Nations, different colleges I was on.
I mean, for most kids, I'd be like, stupid. But for you, it seemed to work out.
Yeah, no, it was very intentional. It was very tactfully planned. I'm still like graduating and everything, just like not in an institution, going to school every day. It was like driving with the emergency brake on, you know.
Oh my gosh, so you don't sleep, do you?
Surprisingly, like I find ways to do it. I can crash anywhere. Like if you stop talking to me for like 2 minutes, I'll just
All right.
pass out right here.
Wait for it. That's
That's a
Xiuhtezcatl.
quick nap. That's all I need.
Xiuhtezcatl snoring right there. That's going to be sampled on his next EP. Awesome. And I see that Leonardo DiCaprio actually has a quote on the back of this bad boy. Are you guys friends?
Yeah, we're launching a company together this summer. It's crazy. You'll hear about it.
Done. I'm sitting next to like a god right now. Like, what?
I'm just a kid. I'm just trying to rap.
So you got Leo's number for me?
It's not public information, but He's the homie.
Yes, he
Leo's the
does.
homie.
Let's stop talking about me. And so, you have a book, you have a tour, an EP, you have Leo starting a company with you. What, do you have like a sneaker line coming out?
That would be dope. I'm definitely, yeah, Adidas, hit us up. Nike, yo, these ones are,
Yeah.
there's
This
a
is branding.
there's a company called, or there's a branch of Nike called Nike N7, which is all indigenous designers. So they send me their stuff all the time. And
So you are sponsored by Nike then?
low key, it's more like my homies design all of their shit for this line, and I'm just trying to support. So I don't really fuck with Nike as far as their like production and all that, but when my homies are like designing it, always trying to support native artists, native designers, native people in fashion, and so it's like
You're so inspiring.
love comes from.
Like, okay, I caught you here. I caught you at Arizona Roots. I caught you the original time you were here.
In San Diego.
Whoa.
My bad. On July 11th, you're gonna be in San Diego
Oh, I wouldn't miss
at our
it.
headline show.
Absolutely.
It's gonna be.
But okay, so what I was getting at Arizona Roots, you were very conscious that we were on sacred ground. We were on an Indian ground, Native American. My bad. Do you have heritage in a Native American tribe? Because I feel like you're very connected to that as well as like, yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Like for me, it's really interesting. There was an imaginary border drawn between the U.S. and Mexico, and before colonization and before the different wars that distributed what is Mexico and what is the United States, it was all one continent. You know, from Alaska, from the Arctic Circle down to Chile.
I seem to recall.
Definitely.
I wasn't there,
but you know, you remember. And so the kind of ideology around indigenous and Native American identity is oftentimes isolated to the United States, whereas, I mean, we have indigenous peoples from Mexico down to Chile, and every country, people that were traditional peoples there. I mean, the reason there's brown people in Latin America is because our ancestors are indigenous. So, yes, I'm Native American because Mexico is a part of America, and I'm Native Mexica.
I feel like you got on a technicality there, but
Anyways, the point is, yeah, so
I'm messing with you.
Yeah. But, yeah, so my heritage is the Mexica people. It's a tribe of peoples that were the original peoples of Mexico City.
That's so interesting.
But I also grew up very connected and involved with different indigenous communities in the United States as well, going to sweats and invited by different ceremony keepers to Sundance and participating in sacred runs with Hopi peoples in Arizona and Dene people, and so and growing up learning the languages and the songs of lots of different other communities. So
Can you sing one?
nah, those are for special ceremonies.
Oh,
Yeah.
Don't disrespect. Oh, this little white girl not
You're
knowing.
good. We're all learning.
Awesome. Well, that's amazing. And do you happen to like go to all these ceremonies in between everything that you're doing?
That's definitely like where I find a point of like being really grounded is in my own ceremonies and the ceremonies of my relatives, and being able to, yeah, amidst all the craziness in the world and all the bullshit in these different industries that I'm very involved in, it's like that's where my heart goes to like find peace and recalibrate. So.
You're like the most peaceful source to be reckoned with. Like seriously, you're just somebody that just continues to go, and it's so inspiring and fueled towards like what you believe in, and that I can't even describe how that is inspiring. I said inspiring a lot. He's an inspiring guy. I won't keep you more because I know that you've been here a long time. Do you have anything else to say? A message to your fans, anybody watching on Top Shelf Music or beyond?
Yeah, now is a really crazy time in the world's history and where music is at. Like, if you look back, just throughout history, art has always played a significant role in shaping culture. And so for me, who's living this life as an artist and as an activist and is, you know, fighting for my voice as an indigenous person in my communities, and I'm really grateful for that opportunity that we have as artists to build these bridges. So people who are listening to my music, people who are involved in these movements, like this is, I think, a new wave of artists that we're seeing, you know, making impact and telling stories that is like shaking things up. People from Childish Gambino to Nipsey Hussle to these different artists who are challenging like traditional culture and are living within the mainstream in a way that is inspiring and connecting people in a bigger way. That's the musical legacy that I would like to leave, and I'm just grateful through Cali Roots, through these tours, through the projects and the music and the albums I'll be releasing. It's another manifestation of the deep work that needs to be done in the world right now to fight to build the world we know is possible. And we all have a part to play, regardless of whether you're an artist or a student or a teacher or an entrepreneur or a journalist. Like whatever it is that you do, you have a part to play in these movements in this world. And it's not about being an activist. It's not about waiting for politicians to do it. It's like, it's us right now, today. It's on us. And yeah, so go forth and do your thing and come turn up with us at our shows in California. We'll see y'all there.
All right. You heard it. And you know what? You're already doing all of that. And I just can't even believe how you're going to go forth and continue to spread your message and give vibes to the people. I'm Kristy Rose with Top Shelf Music. This is Xiuhtezcatl. Catch your new music soon. And a tour. Thank you so much.